Hi guys, welcome to week 29 of our West Boulevard project. So this is the 5-bed, 5-ensuite HMO for professionals. This week is going to be a quick walk around, mostly just to show the snagging that we need to do. And then I'm pretty sure the next week we'll probably have to do the same again. And then it's furniture, well, carpets, furniture, final bits and bobs, and that's pretty much it. Okay, let me turn the camera around.
Cheers, thank you mate. So as Stu mentioned, this video is mainly going to be about snagging. Now, we were meant to be finished with sort of the painting and the cleaning today, stroke tomorrow. From Monday, we were going to get our flooring installed, then we're going to get blinds installed, then we're going to get furniture coming a couple of days after that, and white goods. We've had a bit of a delay, so that whole process now is going to start from approximately Wednesday. So literally we've got another sort of 3 days to get absolutely everything done. So one of the first things we've finally got done now is the council have come around on their yearly pruning. This was a tree that we had to kind of highlight that was causing issues. Now you can see here, big tree, obviously the roots had damaged the drive previously, but also one thing that was an issue was the lender for the investor was actually asking questions about that tree and asking about the damage, if it has caused any damage, if it will potentially cause any further damage. So that's when kind of just sprung into action and just spoke to the council about sorting it out. So now it has been sorted out. So one thing we're obviously going to do out here, we're not going to do all the works inside and not touch up on the outside. So on the outside here, you can see we've got an old pipe that's running down that has to be reconnected up, and we're also going to get our builder to actually touch up the outside of the house and paint it white. Is it that you want to? White. So a white colour,
and then do the that rubber thing of the ceiling.
Literally just tidy up everything on the facade of it, and I think it's we're due for a new light, aren't we? Yeah. So step into the property. What we do quickly is we will go upstairs first. So realistically now we've come to the end of the project, so the main things that we're going to be doing now is just speaking about the snagging issues. Now while we've still got our builder on site for a few days, we want him to ensure that he gets all the snags done, all the little things that we notice. We don't need to get to Wednesday and then myself and Sue walk around, we're looking at the property and we see issue. It makes sense to actually find those issues now. A lot of the stuff that we may mention now, you may see us mention, are things that the builder's already got in hand, but we're going to mention them anyway. Better to be safe than sorry. So I think in this room here, there's a few things here. You can see obviously we haven't finished the second fix. Out here, we would expect to have a bit of a clean out here as well. Again, it's a brand new property. We know things have been got slightly dirty through the renovation, but for us, it's about presentation. Literally within a few weeks, we're hopefully having tenants move into this property, so it needs to be ready to go. So a bit of a tidy up about here, definitely. Let's have a look around. So we are just freestyling now, just looking at some of the issues. Don't really want to touch it here, because as you can see, it's a work in progress. So little things like this here, top of the banister. Now, again, needs touching up. Actually the whole thing needs a second coat, so I assume that's going to happen, but this is for our builder also to have a look. So into I think one thing which Tu's really good at is a big stickler for stuff that I never used to notice before, but it's things like this. Once the tape comes off there, is it nice and neat? Are we lined up? Are we going to get a bit of filler in there and then get a little bit of paint over? Or are you going to do the whole development and be happy with that there? For us, 1,000,000% we wouldn't be happy with it, so it's some stuff like this that we just highlight to our builder. Even here, if you have a look around the whole room, you can see a bit of change in coloration here. So again, paintbrush over, makes everything nice and neat. Little things like this here. Now again, some people will not worry about it at all, but for us, again, it's a full job. The round here isn't finished, so that will need probably a little bit of decorator's caulk in there just to tidy it up, just to make sure it's secure. A bit of paint. What else can we see too? So as you can see, all the electrics aren't fixed in yet. Got the final second fix into the bathroom. So things like this here. So this has been stuck on, but we've obviously not had any silicone seal around it. Now if that's forgotten, tenant could potentially move in. One, it looks unsightly. Two, before you know it, you're gonna have a load of water gushing down the back there, potentially getting down the back where no one can see. What happens? Bedroom downstairs, potential leak, and that's from something simple as just siliconing round. I think also in here too, we've been asking that the old copper pipes are painted over or just neatened up. We're only trying to go for 2 colours here. We don't want white, silver and copper. So I think that's pretty much it for this room. Again, little things like that will just need cleaning up. Again, that's our expectation from our build team, the stuff that we've done. So we're gonna have a small sort of, I can't even call it a kitchen area, it's just a cupboard really. Tea station. Tea station, yeah, so that's gonna go there so you can see it's fixed in, ready to be raised obviously. What else are we looking at in this room? This room's pretty solid. And what you guys will find is the more and more you work with a builder and your builder and a particular builder, the less likely these snags are to happen. Now, I think the first couple of projects too, how many times will we walk around doing snagging? We'll probably be walking around doing snagging 3 or 4 times. Now, it's got to the point where we can pretty much walk around once or twice, because our builder understands the standard that we work into. So for the most part, before we come in and do a final walk around and snag, he's already probably done 2 or 3 with his guys to ensure that everything is looking good. So in here again, very difficult to judge because it does need tidying up. But again, you can see around here, I know the builder was sanding again to actually paint around here. Probably not a great idea to comment in here, but could do with a bit of paint here also. And just bits of touching up. So again, a bit of decorator's coke in there just to tidy it up a little bit. It's fairly solid. Yeah. There you go, perfect. So 2's notice a stain there. So again, something like that, we just want to get touched up. And just look in here. Don't know if you can get that. There's a bit of a crack. Now, I think too, for a lot of people that would look at stuff like that and say it's a bit insignificant, wouldn't they? But again, when you spend the best part of 30 weeks and over a year on a project, why not, we expect a good product ultimately in the end. Again, filled up with rubbish a little bit, but things like this here, that wouldn't be acceptable to us, even though it's just a bathroom door. And for most people, it's not going to be too much of an issue, but we know that's already taken off anyway, so I think it's a bit difficult to comment. So up here, things like this, obviously we expect all the masking tape to come down. Now, I think, let me spin around here. So you can see where the masking tape comes round, but there's still a bit of a gap in there. Again, that's something that we would expect to be touched up with a paintbrush.
Can't see it, but there's a beam up there.
Yeah, actually, step over too. So I did notice this earlier on. So if we look up there on the skylights, you can see there is a bit of a gap. So again, a bit of decorator's coke in there just to tidy it up. A little bit more of a lick of paint just to neaten it up, because we've got brand new skylights in here. Everything's brand new. So again, why wouldn't you expect the best quality? This is what we expect from our builders. So again, this door is kind of in the throwaway, so it's been damaged slightly, but have a little look. That's our meter cupboard. We're also going to get our washer dryer in there. So looking really good in there. Happy with that room. Couple of fridges are going to sit here and then into our wonderful kitchen area. To be fair to you, we haven't picked the greatest day for for snagging, because it's still messy and it's still very difficult to see a lot of stuff. Again, things like this is just a bit of mud, a bit of dirt, will need to be cleaned up. Step outside in the back before I go down to the last one. So if you just look at here too, so this is the new stairs, but there are rust spots popping up. So again, I've not had any experience with these metal stairs, but I guess there's some kind of paint coating, anti-slip, non-slip, whatnot, that can go on there, but that obviously needs to be touched up. Again, you wouldn't want to spend that much on brand new stairs and they're rusting already. We're expecting to get a full lifetime out of those properties. This stuff here, generally we would probably ask for some of it to be boxed in to neaten it up, but I think this is fairly neat, isn't it, too? And it's right underneath the boiler, so we may not worry too much. So, final room. Again, we're gonna have to be back here on Monday, Tuesday too, to do a walk around. But again, solid. Have a look at this here too. So, this is obviously come away. So, even if that was to go straight back, that needs some residual work doing, so we'd expect that to be touched up as well. So that's pretty much it. It is a quick run around. The next video that you see, I'm hoping we have got the flooring in, the blinds in, and also the furniture. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So we're literally on a tight schedule now to get it all finished, but fingers crossed we get there.
Okay guys, so I think for the next 2 videos, you should see a lot more going on and hopefully the final picture. See you guys soon.